confident, but at the same time, you're humble. You might be a little nervous, you know, but then at the end of the boxing match, who came out on top? The one who was nervous, the one who had confidence, the one who was just newly starting off boxing. Why? Because he was humble, you know. So it is always better to be humble about something than to be arrogantly superior about something. Because, I mean, you can look it up on YouTube. People who don't talk shit before a fight and then got beat up, you know. I mean, okay, yeah, it's good that you know how to fight. It's good that you know how to fight. But to assume that you're gonna whip somebody's ass when you don't even know what they're capable of, that's being arrogantly proud. And the Most High can hand the victor over to the one who's humble. Okay, look at Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee was a humble person. He was not arrogantly proud. I'll tell you who was arrogantly proud: Chuck Norris. Okay, Chuck Norris, he was not arrogantly proud, arrogantly superior. Chuck Norris, he was arrogant, you know. I mean, because he knew how to fight and all. He tried to fight Bruce Lee in real life and almost got killed. So, that just goes to show you the Most High always dealt with the humble. Proverbs chapter 16, verse 18. Pride goeth before destruction. And look at that. Look at what word appears in Proverbs 16 and 18. Haughty. Just goes to show you pride means to be haughty. Proverbs chapter 16, verse 8. Pride goeth before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall. Okay. Humble yourselves, James 4 and 10. Humble yourselves in the sight of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, and he shall lift you up. So when you come into this truth, just be humble, Learn in silence, Don't be quick to learn about the secret breakdowns of the Holy Scriptures, okay? Because at the end of the day, the secret breakdowns of the Holy Scriptures, such as, 2nd Esdras 11 and 2nd Esdras, the 11th chapter, and 2nd Esdras, the 12th chapter, secret breakdowns like that, it's not going to really get you on a chariot. Okay? Secret breakdowns like that is not going to get you on a chariot. What's going to get you on a chariot is learning how to please Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, such as giving charity, fasting, praying, being brotherly to brothers, helping brothers out with money, or just giving money to brothers who don't need money. Okay, giving money to brothers who don't need money. You're being sincere. You're doing your videos daily. You're watching videos. You're taking notes. You're doing your best to memorize the precepts that are essential to salvation. Just things like that. Working out your salvation with fear and trembling. You're going out on the highways and hedges, teaching. You might make garments for brothers. You might make beads or like precious stones for brothers, things like that, So again, pride goes before destruction. And what's an example of pride going before destruction? A person who is arrogantly superior, a person who's good at something, but then they're looking down on somebody else. Like you might be a gold medalist, but then you're looking down on somebody who can only win a bronze. Well, if you underestimate that person, slowly but surely, that person is going to become stronger and stronger and stronger. And then eventually, the person who is arrogantly superior is going to get toppled. And then somebody else is going to stand in his place. Or like the example I gave earlier about the boxer. The boxer, who was experienced, was arrogantly superior, looking down on the new boxer, and the new boxer knocked his ass out. Okay? So don't be arrogant. Do not be arrogantly superior. Do not be high minded. Remember, the word hot is another word for high. So a high spirit, a high minded spirit before a fall. Proverbs chapter 8, verse 13. The fear of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, is to hate evil, pride and arrogancy, and the evil way and the froward mouth do I hate. And how do we know that the Lord hates these things? Because it's written in Proverbs 6, verse 16 to 17. The Lord hates a proud look. So the Lord hates a proud and the Lord hates a proud and arrogancy. Check that out. Arrogancy. Do not the Lord hate arrogancy? What's pride? Haughtiness. What's haughtiness? Haughtiness is being arrogantly superior. As a matter of fact, because that was Proverbs 8 verse 13 was my last scripture. But let's look up the word arrogant. Let's look at arrogant. Arrogant, check this out. Having or revealing an exaggerated sense of one's own importance or abilities. You see that? Self-important, right? Self-important. That's why we say the Lord don't need us. Oh, and a matter of fact, because humility is the opposite of humble, modest. No, they should have had humility in there. Because humility is the opposite of being arrogant. Because what's humility? Humility is a lowly view of one's importance. So to be arrogant, meaning having or revealing an exaggerated. The word exaggerate means to overrate yourself. Well, no. The word exaggerate means to overrate. So having or revealing an overrated sense of one's uh, uh, having or revealing an overrated sense of one's own importance or abilities. So, somebody might be like, well, my team ain't shit without me. That's being arrogant. That's an example of being arrogant. Somebody might say something like, well, my team is nothing without me. Well, that's being arrogant. Because, well, your team may not need you. Okay? Hold on. Let's look up the word humility. Humility is the opposite. Humility. Okay, here's the definition of humility. A modest or low view of one's own importance. Humbleness. So, if you're a brother in this truth, it is important to be filled with humility. Okay, humility is the way to go. Okay, and humility is humbleness and meekness, lack of pride. Look at that. Humility is lack of pride, lack of one's own importance. Okay, or lack of a view. So a lack of pride will be someone who view themselves as not being important. And that's why we say the Lord don't need us. Okay, because, well, as it is written, the Lord could have raised up stones to wake up the nation of Israel. That's why it is important to be filled with humility. And again, if you're good at something, be humble about it. Okay. And, if you're good at teaching the word, be humble about it and help to build brothers up. For as it is written, no greater love have a man than this, that a man lay down his life for his brother. With that, I'm going to say shalom and so on to the next one.